this seems to be scanning almost perfect. Wow. That was pretty darn good, guys. So this is actually pretty fun. You could send this as a gift to your friend, say, hey, let's play. And all you gotta do is just send this and that's it. But the details did a very good job. If you guys can see the ABXY, I mean, everything on these controllers. Please give this thing a subscribe because I'm probably gonna be the first YouTuber showing you actually how the 3D scanner works in real life. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel of Jamia's Promo. Today we'll be playing with and testing the 3D scanning capabilities on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Now, just as a heads up and a reminder, you're not able to do it with the regular Galaxy Note 10 as that one does not have the time of flight 3D sensors on the back next to your camera sensors. So this will only work with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. So in today's video, we'll be going upstairs, taking a 3D scan of multiple different objects that you saw some of those in my gallery. I'm gonna give a little bit of tips on how to make this work a little bit better, as well as making sure you're able to download this on your Galaxy Note 10 Plus. So first off, let's take a look over at the Galaxy Store. Inside of the Galaxy Store, for some of you, if you're to go to the very top for the search and you type in 3D scanner, you might see something or you might not. Now, if you do not see the 3D scanner app there, this is where you head inside of your Google search bar and search for 3D Scanner APK. So APK is just the file format of applications on Android devices. And the first one that you see here is gonna be running the 1.0.00.23. Now this one works, and for some reason this newer one that looks like it has the little bit higher of a number, a newer version, it actually didn't work. So first off, when I downloaded this one, it did not show up any of the information at the beginning giving you tips and tricks for the application, and every time I tried scanning, it always canceled. This was the one that worked right off the bat. So you click on this one, you will be scrolling on down, and I'll place this link below the video inside the description, but this is where you click right here, download APK. Once you have this one downloaded, then it's gonna store over inside of your files. So this is where you go inside of Samsung folder, click on My Files, and it's gonna show you the thing you just downloaded recently. When you click on that one, you're gonna click on Install, and it might say, hey, you need to accept the permission to download something that is from the Chrome application, which is where, I downloaded it from the internet. So once it's all installed and done and on your device, now the next step is head inside of your camera, go to the very top where it says Bixby Vision, and inside of Bixby Vision will show that application you just downloaded. So make sure you go to apps, and you're gonna have all these other things. So you have like home decor and makeup, picture play, styling, a whole bunch of really cool things, but this is where the 3D scanner is. Once you click on this one of the first things that'll pop up is gonna be some details and information letting you know, actually let's go back to the help. It's gonna give you some information talking about you wanna be about 20 to 80 centimeters away. You're able to add fun 3D models of people and things to your pictures and videos. You can see the phone is slightly slanted, and then you just wanna walk a whole 360 degrees around. Now because of the slant, you're able to get some of the head on down of pretty much whatever you're doing. So it just says, again, 20 to 80 centimeters away, which I believe is, what is that, like 30 inches tall, so about 30 inches. So if you try and take a picture of a person, you'll get their top torso, but then you just slowly walk around and make a circle. Now it does say that down here, it says that you don't want to do anything that's dark or transparent or reflective. So you will see that in this video. I'll actually have something where I took a picture of it in glass. I also have something that's very reflective, and it did not come off good at all. So this is where you choose if you're taking a 3D scan of a person, or if you're gonna be doing it as a thing. And this is the gallery showing you all the images that you already took, and you can play with everything. But because I wanted to uninstall it, reinstall it to kind of show how it works. Also, I tested the other app, all my images went away, and what's left will be what is inside your gallery, and these will be saved as a GIF. But now what we're gonna do is we will head upstairs, and I'm gonna do all of this live basically for you. I'm gonna set up the camera, and you're gonna see two pedestals, and I'm gonna do multiple things. And I'd have to say that one of the things I did was a paper towel roll, and it came out perfect. You can zoom in and you can see the whole quilt of whatever design is on it. Anything that's super reflective is not gonna work. But again, we're gonna go upstairs, and I'm gonna show you everything showing almost no editing and exactly in real time how it works. There is a lot of things I can see that they're able to improve with this. I can see that it kind of cancels out quite a bit of times. I wish that they could also make it a little bit bigger so you can go around a vehicle. But again, a lot of updates will happen to this, and I think they're going to update it pretty quick here and pretty shortly. So the moment you get the application running, there's probably going to be an update. So the first thing that we will test will be this glass object. So I wanted to see what would happen if you had items inside of glass, just to see, how it would come out. The next one is going to be a globe. So it'll be actually pretty fun to see, this is something that is 3D. It's something that is definitely 360. It's got all the different sides. So we'll be testing the globe, walking all the way around it. So with one image, able to see everything. Then we'll do the guitar. Now the only thing is that you're able to go with items that are about 20 to 80 centimeters. So obviously this whole entire thing won't be a part of it. Same thing as a person. Then I wanted to do something pretty boring and something that is round and cylinder shaped. So it's just one color, one solid color and cylinder. It's super smooth. Pretty curious to see how that would go. Then we also have this little bit of a shrub, little thing right here to kind of take a picture of. It's got color to it. Then we're gonna go with something that is super shiny, but it fits the perfect size of what you really should be taking a 3D image of, but it's very, very shiny. And then we also have two different controllers that we will do as well. Something to where we have black contrast, some colors, and basically just laying it on these tables here. So I tried it on multiple different tables. I was able to try to do some of the 3D printing, or I should say 3D scanning with this type of table, a square white table, as well as my really long black table inside of the YouTube studio. So let's first try this glass object here. It's a cylinder that has a bunch of different, decorative balls on the inside. So let's head inside of where we'd first be able to do the screen recording. So now we're doing the screen recording. Heading inside of the camera, move over to Bixby Vision, and then you click on 3D Scanner. We'll leave this table alone. So we are taking a picture of a thing. So here we go, walking around this. One of the things you want to look at is making sure that all those little blue dots kind of go away. Then everything around the object could turn this blackish color. And so we'll see how this one turns out. So that is not bad at all. That actually did a really good job of going through the glass. And you notice that all the blue dots went away and everything around the base was pretty much black, letting us know that it did a good job of taking the 3D scan. All right, let's head over to the globe. And I put the camera way over there so you guys can see everything pretty much in full-time real action, kind of like what they did at Unpacked. So here you can see all of the blue surrounding the globe. Let's see how much of everything it gets. And I also noticed that you want to go at like kind of a slight angle down, which was kind of what they stated in the instructions. So we'll see if that does a good job. Now, some of this is black, some of it is reflective. So I feel like it's not gonna be perfectly round, but we'll see. So let's hit on the done. And now let's check out the outcome of this one. So some of it didn't really go through. So you will have, a little bit of issues with it at the very beginning. But you know what? This one is still pretty much kind of a beta version, but it didn't really do too bad when you look at some of the detail, kind of up close, and you can send these as GIFs and things like that. So now this time, let's move these out of the way and we can move over into something a little bit more plain, something really boring. We'll see if that gets picked up. Then we'll go over here and we're gonna try this little shrub that has the green around it. Now let's test this one out. So let's walk around. So the good thing that's giving this thing, a little bit of that 3D effect as well, is gonna be that paper towel is is out by just, you know, half an inch. And this seems to be scanning almost perfect. I got a feeling that something like this will be something that's gonna be really good as an option. So, wow. That was pretty darn good, guys. You can even see the little grooves. You know, if you get really close to it, you can see the grooves of the paper towels. The paper towels came out pretty sick. That's pretty cool. All right, now let's try the shrub. So we're gonna go at this angle. We'll fit everything in right about here. And I might actually try this one at a lower angle as well, just to see what else it can get. All right, so let's try this one at this angle. This one is a little bit shorter. That's why I want to try it at a little bit smaller of an angle. Okay, so it thought it was going along, and you hit that reset button. So it definitely thought that it wanted the tabletop with it. So we're gonna cancel that one out. We'll try it one more time at a lower angle this time. Somehow on the knees. So I'm hoping some of the stuff on the bottom, the tray, would go away, but it's not really looking like it. So this one's definitely gonna have the tray in part of the picture though. Kind of wish it would fill in right here. Sometimes you can actually stay in one spot and it'll either fill in or not. We'll see how that goes. So that's gotta be one of the most awkward things ever doing on YouTube. Going on my knees, going around the table. Oh, hey, that did not look so bad. It's definitely rounded around the corners here, but it did a pretty good job. Kind of got away from the table a little bit. I'm shooting a video, by the way. I'm shooting a video, by the way. I can hear you. All right, so the next two things that we will be scanning is gonna be this very, very shiny dog, but it is pretty much the perfect size for this, unless if it's gonna be just a little bit too short. We'll move the paper towel out of the way. So far, the paper towel was the best thing that we've scanned so far. So now let's do Nintendo Switch controller, the other Nintendo Switch controller, and we'll see kind of how this pops up. So because these are shorter, I might have to dip down kind of like what I just did with that small little shrub. So you can kind of see how when you get extremely close at the very beginning, it's not covering the full entire object, but as you spin, it fits it in with that time of flight sensor. So this is actually looking pretty cool. Let's go around just right over here. All right, let's see how this one turned out. There we go. That's actually not so bad. Let's rotate it back down. So when you rotate it up, this is where you can see some pretty good detail of the controllers. It's almost rounded enough, but this is two controllers pretty much laying right on each other. So this is actually pretty fun. You could send this as a gift to your friend, say, hey, let's play. And all you gotta do is just send this and that's it. But the details did a very good job. If you guys can see the ABXY, I mean, everything on these controllers are super sweet. All right, so far, that was probably my favorite one. So I don't know if it's because of all the practice I've been having, or if this app learns as you do it, but I'd have to say that at the very beginning, it was very clunky, did not do a good job at all. All right, so now I'm really bent over. we'll see how this shiny object does. When you first download it, or when you look at the settings and some of the information on the application, it'll tell you not to do anything that is super shiny. And just because of all the reflections, it's not gonna get everything. I tried to do this guitar outside, but because it's so reflective, it was reflecting the grass and it was so ugly. It was nowhere any close to what a guitar would look like. So that's just a glob. Really, that's what you're gonna get. It looks like a stone of just gold, but this is what you'll get when you have something that is super shiny, reflective, because everything is reflecting off of it, and so you're just gonna get all of those colors. So it just looks like a whole big pile of dew of gold. Now the last one is gonna be the guitar. Now this one is pretty tall, so it's not able to get everything. Very similar to a person. So when you get a person, you're probably gonna get just their top torso. And also too, finding out when you do a person, start with the back of the head first, because you know, sometimes when you think of just the common sense thing, wherever you start is where you have to finish exactly. And if you start and finish not in the exact spot on someone's face, it'll just kind of make them look a little derpy. And so start from the back of the head first is something that I'll be doing from here on out. So now let's try this. Now again, this one is a little bit of a, reflection friend. So it's gonna pick up a lot, but let's see what it can do. Now it is reflecting the floor in the back, so it's actually pretty dark back here. So I'm gonna stand here for just a couple seconds and we'll see if that helps. Okay, so it says to try again. So we'll try from the back. So this is one of those reasons why it's hard to do something shiny and reflective. And it might actually stop you in the middle of the process. All right, so I don't think this one's gonna come out as good just because of all the reflections, but let's see it anyways. That is exactly what I was talking about. So it got the shape of the guitar, kind of has some of what it kind of looks like, but because it's so reflective, it's reflecting everything else that is around it. So when it states in the settings and the information of the application to not do anything that is shiny, this is the reason why. Picture of a person. So the front where we started, his face looks a little derpy. And so this is where you should start. If I was to give you my little tip and trick, start from the back. So this way, when you start in the back of the head of a person, you will be finishing at the back of the head of the person. So this way, if they accidentally move or any type of reflection, or if you don't finish at the same angle, it'll make things look, a little different. Now, let's say that you go outside and you wanted to, take a video of somebody. So this is what it looks like when the scan is completely finished. But let's say that we went outside. So I already showed you that you open up the camera, you click on the Bixby Vision, you click on 3D Scanner, and so now I walked up to Bentley, and then this is where you'll see it'll finally turn green, and then from here you want to circle the object. But for some reason, if you're not at the right angle, that red notification says, hey, retry it, and then you just want to walk around slow. So everything around him is black, which is exactly what you want. So he is the only thing shown in the last image. Now all of these blue speck areas is trying to get as accurate as possible, and then they will move away and disappear when it is done and over. So like I said from before, start from the back of the head, circle around and finish at the back of the head. This is where it'll basically, you know, load the model and pretty much finish it and make it, and then you'll be able to see the model at the very end. So beforehand, what you saw was the GIF of him rotating. This is what the application looks like when you're done and finished. So you can move it all around, rotate it however you want, and as long as you don't delete this application, then you'll have all of those files stored. So I hope that you guys have liked this video. If you guys did, please give this thing a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to hit on subscribe. You can subscribe on the very bottom left-hand side, that little circle. Share this video with your friends and family and social media sites, and please give this thing a subscribe, because I'm probably going to be the first YouTuber showing you actually how the 3D scanner works in real life. Other than that, I'll see you guys later.